Architects. Everybody wants to be an architect. Everybody wants to sit in a room and draw really pretty pictures and then tell all the programmers what to do, right? Because they all saw The Matrix and they all wanted to go, I am the architect. Let me tell you that that is not what an architect is. An architect writes code. Coding and architecture are not separate things. They are a continuum. Every coder makes architecture decisions, and every architect makes coding decisions. They can't be separated that easily. Oh, yes, there are people who are more skilled at high level things because they've got a lot of experience, and there are people who are just starting and they don't know how to make those kinds of decisions yet. That's fine. But every programmer makes some architecture decisions, and every architect had better be writing code because every architect needs to know the hell they're putting everyone else through. You know the job of an architect? Do you know the goal of architecture? The goal of architecture is to minimize the manpower required to develop, deploy, and maintain the system. That's the entire goal. That's all the architect should be focused on. How to get things done easily, more easily, simpler. How to keep things simple and easy. And do you know how you do that? Oh, Mr. Architect, do you know? Not by making decisions, at least not by making them early. You do that by leaving as many options open as possible. You don't need to decide the database up front. You don't need a database up front. You have to get business rules working first. Delay the decision of the database. You don't even need to know if it's going to be a relational database or not. You don't need to make those decisions early. You want to make those decisions as late as possible. You want to make those decisions when you have enough information to make them. You don't need to decide that you're going to do microservices first. Microservices are a deployment strategy. You don't need to decide your deployment strategy early. You can defer that decision. You can wait. You don't even need to know what GUI framework you're going to use because it would be nice to get the business rules working before you try to paint the screen. So you can defer the framework of the GUI. You can defer the database. You can defer the service schedule, all of that stuff, whether you're using services or not. You can defer all of that by focusing on the business rules first and getting as much information as you can before you make those decisions. You know how I know that an architect is not an architect? When I hear them announce, our system is going to use this framework and it's going to use this database and it's going to be microservices. That's not an architect. That's just someone who picked a bunch of cards out of a hat.